Hello and welcome to this brief video on Qvinci's extensions to its drill down capabilities from the advisory portal to underlying data. I'm Charles Nagel, founder and chief innovation officer, and I'm going to show you just how powerful Qvinci's new drill down features are. So when you log into Qvinci, you land on what we call the advisory portal. This is the advisory portal, and it shows you all your QuickBooks files, desktop, online, Xero, Excel, classes, if you will. The entities, we call them entities, and we've automatically rolled up some very important metrics for you across all your entities based on the period you're looking at. In this case, I'm looking at fiscal year to date versus the same period last year, and red is bad and green is good. In other words, income is trending favorably 7% period over period, but the top 10 expenses are trending unfavorably across the same period. Now, if you want to change the periods, we have 5 pre-designed periods for you, predefined periods. And you can do 3 months over 3 months, month over the same period last year, or month over month. I'm going to change the data view to go reporting month versus the prior month. And you can see that all the data changed across all the entities. And we want to look at, when you log in, you look for red. I mean, that's really what you're trying to do, is find the problem areas. So now that we've identified the offending item, 47% going the wrong direction, we'd like to know more about it, right? So this cell is hot. All these cells are hot. I simply click it, and up comes the data card, and we show you what the actual numbers are. We're 33,000 and some change, 62,000 and some change, going the wrong direction month over month. And of course, the next question you have immediately is, why is that? And so this is a drill down report. We're going to go down one more level. You click this button, and we're going to bring up the P&L for the periods in question. If it were a balance sheet KPI number you had looked at, we bring up the balance sheet as an example. And so we're looking at, for Apple Family Dental, March 2022 versus February 2022, and we also give you March of 2021. Short-term trending, long-term trending. And the first thing we want to do is find out why we're negative, going down by 47% on net income. Is it income? No, income's up month over month. Is it COGS? COGS is flat month over month. We know it's in the expense section. So Qvinci is telling you where to look right now. And so you begin to walk through these accounts and look for offending. Well, the first one that really pops off the page, besides the contract labor, I got $14,615 for salary, associate salary expense, and only $7,300 the month before. And as I move through here as an overview, I'm just going to look at them all. Consulting, that's a big one. Interest income's pretty big. And I go down through the entire P&L, identifying, these things that are large. Well, once I've identified them, the ones I'd like to interrogate, obviously I'd like to go find out what that means. Well, all these cells are hot. So if I double click this number, it drills down one more level to the general ledger. Shows you the transactions. And lo and behold, we have 2 transactions on the same day, a payroll transaction for associate salary expense, 153, 158, in the exact same amount. It's probably not right. I mean, we either ran payroll twice or we coded one of these to the wrong area, right? So let's just assume we coded it to the wrong area. How do we fix that? Well, go into QuickBooks and fix it, right? Well, there's a lot of things you can do in Qvinci without ever having to open that QuickBooks file, and we call it creating journal entries. Simply click the Create Journal Entry button, and it brings up a form that looks just pretty much exactly like QuickBooks. And I'm going to change the date here, and we're going to set this for 3/1 because we know that those were offending on 3/1, and we'll call it JE001, whatever you want to call it. And again, we will select the account, and that account was associate salary expense. We're going to credit that account, and I'm just going to pick the number because I don't really remember it, $7,300. Of course, it has to balance out, and I know that I make the same amount of payroll, but one of them should have been admin payroll staff payroll. I'll click that one. I will put $7,300 there, and I click Save. Now, what this does when you click Save is creates what we call a pending journal entry. That means it's in Qvinci, it impacts reports in Qvinci, but we haven't pushed it back to the QuickBooks file just yet. You got to push that button to queue it up to go back to the QuickBooks online or desktop file. But if you run reports right now, you will see the effect of that JE in the P&L as an example. Just to show you quickly, I'm going to click the 47% again. We're going to drill down one more time, just kind of show you the process again. We should see the impact of that JE when we get to the P&L this time, because we put a pending JE in. And so, and here we are. And look at that, lo and behold, it's $7,300 in an associate expense. All right? And you can see, we tell you up here, pending journal entries exist for this file. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that. I think it's right. I go back to the JE management form and I click approve. Qvinci will dial out to the QuickBooks Online file or the next time you open the QuickBooks Desktop file, and it will push the journal entry into the QuickBooks file for you, making the change for you. So from one portal, from one pane like this, you can see all your entities across a plurality of periods, look at the metrics, drill all the way down to the underlying data, and then make a remediation using a journal entry as an example. This is the kind of thing that Qvinci does for you. It brings business intelligence and takes you from general to specific, showing you what's underneath across many, many files. Whether you're an accountant or a franchise, let's say that you're a franchise, you may not do JEs, but you certainly want to know what the drill down underlying data is. Maybe you're a nonprofit. Doesn't matter. The portal delivers the same kind of value for any Qvinci client. I want to thank you for joining this video today. If you have any questions, certainly reach out to Qvinci, www.qvinci.com, and our solution consultants would be glad to answer any question you might have.